Hello everyone, thanks for joining our webinar today. And today our topic is SuccessFactors People Analytics and Customer Community. In this session, we are going to talk about People Analytics and Customer Community. And we have, let's see our agenda today, introduction, and then our SuccessFactors Community, People Analytics, and question and answers. And we have our esteemed speakers, Om Prakash and Sushant Chauhan. Om will be talking on SF Community, and Sushant will be talking on SuccessFactors Analytics. As we know, Om heads global delivery for SAP HXM solutions and is responsible for successful implementations of HR digital transformation projects in organizations. He brings over 23 plus years of successful HR domain and IT projects delivery experience to the organization. Under his leadership blueprint has won multiple awards and recognitions from SAP at local, regional, and global level for various innovative solutions developed and deployed for customers. Let's hear it from Om on the SuccessFactors community. Over to you, Om.
So thanks, Girish. Again, good evening, everyone. Probably, Girish, do you want to give a couple of more minutes for others to join? I could see already some close to 20 audience are there, but still you want to give a couple of 1 or 2 minutes to give time for others to join in meantime?
Sure, I think it's a good idea that we wait for another 2-3 minutes or a couple of minutes so that others can also join. And yeah, then we can start it.
Yeah, probably in meantime, you can also give some kind of a basic hygienic thing like where they can also put the Q&A in the Q&A sections, and also if they want to ask any questions, we can also put it in the Q&A, because since due to time constraint, we will take separately. If you're not able to answer in the Q&A.
All right.
And also if any of are interested to see more about People Analytics separately, also we can reach out to them in terms of giving the demo to them.
All right. Yeah. So as Om mentioned that you can just post your question on the Q&A session, and we will be best possible answer to you. And if there is anything that's beyond time limits, those we can take it separately, and maybe we can reach out to your respective SPOC or the project manager, and can take it forward from there. So let's give another 1 or 2 minutes. Meanwhile, if anyone has any other questions, also can raise their hand, and in the Q&A session, we will try to answer these questions. And something which is not in that time, but maybe we can take it separately as well.
Okay, so in the case, let me get started. It's already 4 or 5 minutes past 4 o'clock now. Anyway, you are recording the section, Girish. If anybody not able to join, we can always forward this recording to the relevant people.
Sure, thank you. Over to you.
I think without wasting much time, I know that we have allocated some 20 minutes for our current first section, or the first part of our section today. Especially what I'm going to talk now is especially on our SuccessFactors customer community, because it's most important thing where many of our customers itself are not aware of what are the various things are available within SuccessFactors customer community. While they would have received the notifications even from SAP also while onboarding into SAP SuccessFactors platform, but it's very important as a partner for us also to educate our customer on what are the various functionalities or what are the various things they can also leverage as a customer as part of our SuccessFactors customer community. That's very important, because a lot of informations, a lot of inputs and other, even the admin trainings from SAP itself or SFX trainings and other resources are available within customer community for our customers. But we wanted our customers to leverage those resources while it's all available for them as part of their licensing itself, right? Without wasting much of our time, I will go back and share my screen. So Girish, you may have to provide me the screen sharing option, because it's currently I don't have screen sharing option.
Sure.
Could you
Yeah.
please provide me the screen sharing option so I can
Yes.
go back and share? Yeah.
Yes, certainly. Just give me a second.
Okay. So thanks, Girish. Yeah, could you please confirm me, Girish? Would you be, are you able to see my screen now?
Yes, Om. We can see your screen.
All right. Okay. Okay. So how we can get into our customer community is available across for all our not only for our customers, for all the SuccessFactors customers across globe, which means the customer community is a place for the global SuccessFactors customer, not just for India or for any regional specific. Is available for all the customers across globe. The same URL, the same community.successfactors.com is a URL available even in Google as well, where using your SUser ID, your own SUser ID, you can always log in into customer community. If you don't have SUser ID, you can always reach out to your internal admin or SuccessFactors admin or IT admin, who can create a separate SUser ID for even for HR spots, which there is no restriction on how many SUser ID one company or one customer can create. So only so you can create n number of SUser ID for each of your HR admin and provide them the access to community.successfactors.com so that they'll be able to log in into SuccessFactors community here. So once you log in into community.successfactors.com, where you will be landing on the home page, where you will see a lot of information as a customer, right? On the first top more priority is our, as you know, SuccessFactors is a awfully release upgrade you will get, right? Which means 2 times in a year, one in the month of May and another in the month of November, December. All the new functionalities are getting released to all our SuccessFactors customer. All the universal upgrade get upgraded automatically into a SuccessFactors instance. All the opt-in functionality will come and sit in our instance. But as a customer, always you will be able to see how many days are there is for my upgrade. Even if you click that information, you'll be able to know that when is the release date for my next upcoming release. If you see here release update, it's more it's coming closer here. If you could see the first of 2022, it's already completed in the month of May 20th 2022, and second of is on 28th October, and in production it's on 9th December. It's the next 4 schedule we could see here. Apart from that, we could also, as a customer, you will be able to see all the completed webinars on all the release upgrade here. Even in the 1H meaning is the first of available here. You will be able to see all the release updates and the webinars here. And if you could see, also click this new viewer, you also will be able to see the roadmap item, which means once I click this what's new viewer, this take me to the product roadmap new viewer here, where I'll be able to filter and see what are all the upgrades coming up in each of my release, and also the roadmap when it's coming up, right? Even including 2H, since I can also filter by as of now I filtered by 1H 2022. That's why I could see only till 122. If you want to see 2023 what is coming up on 1H 2023, right, like that, or 2H 2023. So I'll be able to see my roadmap item for next 2 release as well, which means as a customer you will be able to know that in each of the module across all modules of SuccessFactors, not just the SuccessFactors. If you could see here, all the even including your litmus and other including our other platform related, all the functional, all SuccessFactors product wise, you'll be able to see module wise, and also your even by configuration type in terms of admin opt-in or opt-out or universal upgrade, you'll be able to see, right? You can filter and see all these what are the new upcoming functionalities coming up, and also you'll be able to download in multiple ways, and even you will be able to see more information in detail for each of these items, so that as a customer, you will have a clear visibility of what is coming up in next 2 releases as well, right? We'll go here, yeah. Then I also have the product release highlight videos, which means as a video for each of the module, you'll be able to see what are all the release highlights. And then if any, for every release, you will also have the multiple webinars and the multiple sections arranged by SAP product team itself. You'll be able to know that what are all those upcoming webinars also. Apart from that, you'll be able to see roadmap to release, and then notable fix. There are identified issues which has been identified and fixed, and also what are the known issues as on last release. Also, you'll be able to see all related to your upgrades, right? You'll be able to see here on one single click on your homepage itself. And apart from that, what else you could see here, including what are the various upcoming events, including your common events for success factors or other things you'll be able to see. And apart from that, because this also including your all the SAP's product owner also, who are directly part of this community, which means whatever you are, whichever group you are part of, that you can always raise it as any within the forum itself. You will be able to raise an idea or raise a queries, where other peer customer will be able to also help us, or even the product owners or product managers also will be able to provide or help us on this. But again, this is not a support portal, is the customer community, where they'll be able, if they face same kind of issues, they'll be able to give us a solution, or if it is not there, they will expect us to go back and raise it as a idea. Which means for the roadmap item, we can, as a customer, you also will be able to raise as an idea for the product owners to take it up for the product development itself. That's as part of the customer community itself, right? And by product, right, whether you have enrolled it for or not, or you have availed as part of your subscription or not, but you will be able to see all success factors module product information here as part of the product, including the innovation alerts or product advisory in terms of your whatever modules available within success factors, including your SSO or your platform related thing, your all the modules, including employee central, your employee central payroll, all the, even the upcoming functionality like opportunity marketplace, right? All the product related information details are available here, right? Due to time constraint, I will not be able to go in detail of each of the things. Always you have access for all these things. You can always go through whichever modules you are more interested, right? Even including the Qualtrics, you'll be able to see what are all the various functionalities available within this particular product. Let me click any one of the module here and show what are the various product documentations are available here, including the product documentation introduction. Since I clicked the performance and goal management, I'll be able to see the basic introduction about the performance management, and then other support portal pages and webinars and recordings related to this particular module, and product documentation I'll be able to see on the top of my page itself. Apart from that, Q&A forum for the particular module, you'll be able to participate in this forum also. And some of the future highlights here in terms of this particular module itself, and what are the upcoming events. It might be the VIP events, or it might be a common webinar or events, upcoming events here for this particular module. Apart from that, any other release information about this particular module, like recently on your center of capability or whatever is it, all the information will be here itself. And other innovation alerts about this particular module and hot topics, what is going on in this particular module. So as a customer, you will be able to see all this information here about each of your or each of the module within SuccessFactors. Whether again you have subscribed to this or not, you will be able to see all this information. And second, all the upcoming events and webinars you will be able to see. Probably it might be a product related events, or it might be a generic events, or it might be release related events, or all your events are available as a digital library here, right? I have already opened this event here. Let me also go back and okay. Yeah. So this is the event page actually, where you will be able to see all the events which has already happened or what is coming up. All the modules, recorded events or webinars are stored here. As a customer, you can also go back and filter by module or what you want to see, so that you'll be, let's say I want to know about the Qualtrics, right? I can go back and filter only by Qualtrics, and then I'll be able to see what are all the upcoming and the recent webcast happened for this particular module. It all the recorded events are stored here. You will be able to navigate from here, from this page itself, from these events and webinars itself, right? And most important things on the resources, right? What are the various resources are available for the customer here? One on your on the, again, all these are not very specific to one single customer. These are all again the product, overall product level or the global level best practices, or at the on based on that, this all these resources are available, which means all your architectural leading practice, what are the leading practices across all the modules will be available here. Some of the customer success stories. What is important for the customer is empowerment center. Suppose if you are starting a new implementation within SuccessFactors itself, right? How do you make the success of the particular implementation itself? The entire guide is available here in terms of when you are starting, you before you start your implementation, what you should know as a customer, right? Some of the onboarding webinars, or how to get your user ID, how to get started with your product resources. This is all part of your uh, even if you are a new customer, once you purchase the licensing, how to shortlist the partner, also SAP recommend how to manage your partners as well, right? Is as part of your onboarding. And various community pages, your community overview, and then various about your information, right? And how to reach out to the support, right? I have opened some of the site here. Okay, let me go to this one. Okay, this is your support page, where as a customer you, or might be you might be already aware of this, but some of the new functionalities has been introduced by SAP, not just raising only for your report and tickets here, where you also will be able to see a separate thing called ALM. ALM is basically for your application lifecycle management. Every SuccessFactors customer also can avail a separate ALM platform for them to also monitor their operations, which means once you get the ALM instance provision for you, we can also connect with multiple other SuccessFactors or non-SuccessFactors or non-SAP platform for you to monitor or maintain your operation. What does it mean for customer? Basically, if you go to the SAP Cloud ALM operation, which is very important for already live customer, you can always ask for a new ALM instance as a customer. Once you get that instance, you will be able to link it with your SuccessFactors or SAP S/4HANA or your Concur instance. Like that, SAP already predefined or pre-configured some of the application, and including CPA instance, you will be able to connect. And then you will be able to, for especially for your IT team, you will be able to monitor all your business processes. Monitoring is available as part of your, again, you cannot customize and create a new KPIs. Already SAP has given some of the business process monitoring in this ALM, where you will be able to monitor those KPIs here. And also as part of your integration monitoring, you will be able to monitor all the exceptions and integration monitoring here as in ALM itself. Once you connect, let's say with your SuccessFactors or with your SAP S/4HANA or with your non-SAP application integration, you will be able to monitor your all your integration exceptions monitoring also here. Just for example, to give you the what are the various business process monitoring is available. Again, is not just for SAP SuccessFactors. Here you will be able to see, you will be able to monitor retire to recruit to retire, lead to cash, source to pay, and design to operate, end-to-end various SAP's product as well, right? If you see here, these are the various KPIs as part of the things, and how to configure. Even SAP, there's a separate team is available for them to for us to set up this ALM application itself, where we can also leverage. Please reach out to us or to me, and then we will also be able to we'll also will be able to connect to the right person in SAP who can help us in set up this ALM specifically for your instance, right? If you see here, what are all the KPIs are available for each of your solution or process, including design to operate. These are all the lead to cash. These are all the various KPIs are available. If you see success factors, retire to hire, recruit to retire, your job application monitoring, your all job offers created, job offers pending. Those many KPIs are available. As of now, it's very restricted for success factors, but again, SAP is keep on creating for multiple KPIs. But again, advantages here, SAP also having a clear roadmap on, they keep on enriching this ALM platform also for our existing, for our customers. We are also partner for ALM with SAP. Even the recently ALM summit, we also be one of the, I also presented as one of the speaker in the global level, where we presented some of our customer use case also there, where today you will be able to connect with any of our SAP S/4HANA as well. And apart from that, SAP also having a separate out of the box various other application as a roadmap also. You will be not just the SAP product, even the non-SAP product also you will be able to monitor here as part of your monitoring capability, right? I think we will take this separately as for our customers. Today we will not be able to deep dive into SAP ALM because this section is not for ALM. Okay. Then as part of your plan for success, before you start your implementation, what and all you can do as an internal customer, right? Including your solution adoption, how to readiness in terms of implementation readiness, in terms of your in terms of your prepare for implementation, what are the leading practice guide, and then your team readiness in terms of PTO trainings, and then all your what are the things you need to consider as part of your test planning in terms of go live cutover plan. Entire go live kit you also will have as a checklist here. And then post completion of that, how to build your knowledge in terms of your continuous knowledge. That's what you are here today. After go live, you will be able to see the entire digital library of a product library here. And then you need to know about what is the function, what is the purpose of support portal, and how do you share your knowledge here in terms of a product team, or this is the influence tool where you can also use to raise your ideas. If something is not there today as part of the product gap, as a customer, you will be able to raise it as an idea in the customer influence page, where directly monitored by the product owner itself, right? Where today many things might not be possible today in SuccessFactors as out of the box. You'll be able to see what are all the various other ideas are already raised by the global customer and then acknowledged by the other peer customer. You will be able to see, and then you also will be able to see, you also will be able to raise your own request also here, right?
Right.
Apart from that, you also will be able to enroll for multiple learning here as part of your learnings. It's all e-learning courses you'll be able to raise here. And as part of the group, you also will be able to go back and enroll for or nominate yourself for multiple groups by region here, where APAC region or APJ region level, you'll be able to enroll yourself and contribute within the group itself as a customer. And most important is, many customers also come back and ask, how do I monitor my success factors downtime and all, right? You already have an option here to see the cloud availability center is a place where your IT team can always monitor the availability of your, not only just for your success factors instance. Suppose if you also have any other SAP product where as a cloud-based application, you will be able to see the availability of your application and including the downtime, planned downtime, or you will be able to see here as part of the cloud availability center. By product, you will be able to see, if you see here, since I logged in as Blueprint Technology, I will be able to see all my product overview here, and what are the planned events I could see here, what are the notification I have received. As part of my downtime, I will be able to see here, and also by product also, I will be able to see my availability of those my servers.
Great.
Yeah, just a quick time check.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, I think
3 more minutes, I will complete this. So then I will hand it over to Sushant for the most waiting people analytics section. Okay, anyway, we can take it up because it's available for the customer. They can always go back and they can explore on their own, right? What is also important is like, don't forget to go into this SFX product training, where as a customer, you can ask your admin, relevant admin, to enroll for this SFX and the product training. It's all e-learning courses. You can enroll yourself for any of the module, all the admin trainings. Again, this is not specific to your own process or your own solution. These are all the generic product training, whether you might be using it or not today, or you might be having a separate process defined for you, but these are all the generic product training here, where you will be able to go back and see, you go back and take any of the learning courses available. All the product SuccessFactors product training or training contents are available here. You can ask your admin to enroll themselves, including platform. All the modules, SuccessFactors modules, trainings are available here, right? You just need to search by SuccessFactors admin training. If you see here, I'll be able to, let's say I want to take a administrative training for succession management, or your this review feedback, or recruitment experience, right? I can go back and enroll myself for the admin training. Again, these are all admin training, not a configuration training, which means what admin can do, you will be able to enroll yourself. It's all are free of cost for the customer, provided directly by SAP. You can enroll yourself for this particular course. It's also having a combination of both your step-by-step process of each of these processes. And then at the end, you also will be able to see exam for that. Once you clear the exam, you also accredited as a SFX admin for the particular module. You get also certificate from SAP, right? So that's the main advantage of a customer community within SuccessFactors. I think we will recommend you to go through on your own the entire various functionalities or various features available within customer community. A lot of things are available in this. Request each and everyone to explore this and benefit out of that, right? So with that, yeah, exactly now 30 minutes for past 4 o'clock. We have another 30 minutes of time. I want to give more time to the people analytics team. So with this, I will hand over back to Girish. Girish, for you to take it further for your further for our next section for people analytics, right? If there are any question, please drop it in Q&A or send us a mail, separate mail to us. We'll be happy to answer any of your question.
Thank you so much, Om, for the detailed explanation on the community and various offerings that's been provided at SAP in SuccessFactors community. And one can, with the SuccessFactors customer community, that will empower your organization to take full advantage of your SuccessFactors solution. Connect with product experts and seasoned customers to find a wealth of expert resources, and stay updated on the latest product release and solution information. And along with that, a lot of information has been provided. Thank you so much, Om, for your time and explanation. Let's move on to our people analytics session. And we have Sushant from our people analytics team. Sushant is going to take next 20 minutes, and Sushant heads the analytics team in BPT and has done multiple SuccessFactors reporting analytics workforce analytics, and he has done multiple implementations across modules in SuccessFactors. His experience includes requirement gathering to training and implementation in the analytics area to our various industry specific customers. And let's hear it from Sushant. Sushant, over to you.
Thank you, Girish. Hi, everyone. Hello and good evening. Thank you for joining this session. And in the next 20 minutes, I'll be giving you a high-level overview of people analytics reporting in story reporting in SuccessFactors. So I'll just share my screen. And Girish, if you can confirm you are able to see my screen.
We can see your screen.
Great. So yeah, so everyone, in the next 20 minutes, as I said, we'll be going through the people analytics story reporting specifically. So the customers which are right now, already using SuccessFactors must be familiar with the reporting module, and the ones who have not yet used SuccessFactors, for them, also this is a good to know information, as people analytics is a recent release. In 1H 2021, SAP has released story reporting as part of people analytics, and this particular tool is an embedded version of SAP Analytics Cloud, wherein SAP Analytics Cloud interacts with different solutions within SAP. People Analytics Embedded Edition is exclusively for SuccessFactors data. So let's move on to the details in this particular session. I'll just. Okay, we are going to, cover the following, like you can see all these 5 main points about the people analytics tool. So the first one is obviously what is people analytics embedded edition, and the second one is why do we need it? Why do organization go for, would need to go for it? Then what is unique about people analytics, and obviously what is offered as part of people analytics enabling from PPT. And lastly, we will be also looking at the upcoming, releases, what will be newly available in this feature. So let's start with what is people analytics embedded edition. So this is basically, as I earlier mentioned, it's an embedded version of SAP Analytics Cloud. What happens is this particular tool supports data from different different sources. Like there are different modules in SuccessFactors. In the traditional reporting, those modules data were segregated into different tables. So for end users, it was confusing to identify where to go, which exact table to look out for. So that part has been eased out, with the new tool. And it has all the backend data models unified to streamline the reporting process for end users. Then it has various visual tools which are powered by SAC, and it actually simplifies the report creation process and its sharing process. It's pretty much user friendly, more of user friendly as compared to its earlier versions. Now, next important thing about people analytics is it also provides you the capability of reporting based on transaction data, and also gives you tools and charts which have linked analysis, wherein you can consider different dimensions and have different module data analyzed using those dimensions. So it's very important when it comes to linked analysis. It gives you, fruitful insights when it comes to cross-module analytics. Next is it has Explorer features, which the end user, the runtime user, has certain additional options when the user is going to run the story report. Now these are certain things to describe people analytics. I will now move on to the next section. Which is why do organizations need people analytics? Right now, there are certain challenges going on in the existing basic reporting tool. So wherein there is certain kind of limitation in terms of formatting, or maybe in terms of certain data sets. But here we have, this is actually, sorry. So this is, as I mentioned, based on SAC, and it has a reporting technology, and it's not native to SF tool. So it's actually has more reporting capabilities than the basic native SF reports. Then it has intuitive and guided user experience. When you look at any particular story, that's why we call it a story, because it gives you a story kind of information about your HCM data, and that's what is beautiful about it. You have more visualization options, and you can have custom calculations in case you want to have different certain conditions or logic on the basis of which you want to pull out certain kind of count. That's possible. Aggregation is possible. Then there is an interactive capability in story reporting. In earlier reporting versions, only in tiles we used to get the drill down option, and that's the only interactive capability which earlier reporting types have. But in this case, you will be getting many more. I'll be covering that in my next slide. Now, the essential role of people analytics is to collect and analyze data for insights into employees' motivation. Why? Because this data then can be used for better business decisions, and can have greater impact on your hiring process or any other process within HCM. Now, moving on to what's unique about people analytics report stories. So we have story filters which works on each and every component used in the story. So for example, in a single story, you can have a table, you can have a cross table, you can have a text or a numeric pointer or a timeline, something like that. Everything can be controlled with a filter, and when you select or work on those filters, all the components start responding as per your selection. And it has more time, more advanced time filters as compared to the earlier versions. I'll show you some of them in my next slides. Then you can have a breakdown, right? Like if you have certain chart which is showing a distribution, then you can have a breakdown on that. You can have dynamic text with parameters. And as I mentioned, it has linked analysis for cross-module dimension. Now, timeline is a very good feature. I will show you in the next slide. Then aggregation of column. These are all unique. These were earlier not available in the reporting, SuccessFactors reporting. Exploration is one of the unique feature wherein runtime user can play with the measures and dimensions in the report story. They can themselves bend the measure to somewhat extent. We can define those extent during creating the stories. Then that's how it has freedom for end users, and obviously great selection of charts. And last but not the least, it has data sets on job profile builder, profile completion percentage, onboarding 2.0, which are exclusive features of story reports. These data sets were earlier not reportable within Report Center, but now these are part of story reporting. Now let's take some of example to understand how report story can help you with your HCM data. Let's take a use case of this one is for diversity. In this case, you can see the story is to understand workforce diversity, including managerial headcount and gender diversity split on the job roles. Okay, so here what you can see is the total headcount. Then there is a female headcount which also shows the percentage. These are all data pointers, numeric pointers, which I was talking about are exclusively available in stories. Then you also get headcount of managers. How many managers are there in the organization? What is the number of female managers and the respective percentage distribution? Then you see these are basic two-dimensional charts. Here it shows the female workforce percentage per business unit, then count per gender split into the pie chart or a ring chart. Then there's a head count of female managers per full-time employee. So all these different aspects, you see the diversity of your data is being identified in a single page using different components and you can have these runtime filters. If you want to have this representation for any particular, let's say, business unit or department, division, location, any foundation object, if you have any custom object, that also can be used as the input filter over here. So this is one of the use case. Moving on to the next one. This is about core HR. Now you see this report will help you to, this kind of story can help you understand the current workforce composition. How many are contingent workers? Different kind of employee types. What all are available? As you can see, the chart types and pointers used are similar, but it's providing different kind of information. So the more dimensions, the more calculations we can use, we can have any kind of representation be created on the stories. Now moving on to the next one, this is the last example. Then we'll move on to the details of people analytics. This particular example shows you the capability of visualization available in the people analytics tool. So this is gender distribution, count of employees as per gender. The same information, we have different charts, and I'm sorry for this. And what happens is there are many other charts also available. I could accommodate 8 of them in the screen, but this gives you an option to accommodate more than one measures. That's what was supported earlier. So in the next part, we will discuss what is offered as part of people analytics enabling from Blueprint. So first of all, this particular tool is free of cost. You don't have to go for any additional licenses for this. It's included with your SAP SuccessFactors license. So whichever modules you have subscribed to, you'll automatically get the stories, can create stories based on that module's data. Then there are certain prerequisites which are required so that report stories can be run on an instance. First of all, you need to be on a SF instance, and that SF instance should be based on SAP Identity Access Service. So this is actually Identity Authentication Service, and there's one more thing called as IPS. This is the authentication system from SAP, which is required to use the cloud analytics tool. Since the feature is embedded, but the authentication is routed using IIS. So that's what is required. You can get in touch with your project managers for more details regarding this. It can be enabled within the timeline of few weeks. And then what all data is covered, as I mentioned, all the modules which you have subscribed, it will cover that data. Then external data, right now we have support, it supports custom MDFs, but not any other external data apart from that. We can report on LMS module as well, but not out of SuccessFactors. And in the implementation, what we do is we have a simple 3-step implementation methodology, wherein we first enable the feature, then we build and validate the configurations. There are few RBP related configuration, and others we do and do a check on all those settings. Then we establish a core pack of report stories which are available as part of content store. In the next slide, I'll show you what is content store and all. And additionally, if you have any custom requirement specific to your scenario or your data, we are happy to help you out on that one and create custom stories for you. Then also we have upcoming certain a package of cross module stories which will help organization address the right now ongoing pain points with the analytics. So it will be coming soon. So this is what we are offering as part of people analytics enabling. Now moving on to the next slide. As I mentioned, we will be enabling standard set of stories from content store. Content store is a tab which it enables when you have the feature in place in SuccessFactors, the people analytics feature. You can use this tab to use the standard report and have a description and documentation about that from this particular tab. So currently around 55 standard reports are there, mostly from EC, and it requires certain kind of validation and support, so that once you download it, it has to run properly on your instance. And the most important thing is this standard stories will help you also, it also helps you understand the feature, and you can bend those stories as per your stories can be enabled in any of the instance. Now let's move on to the next slide. So this is the screenshot of content store. As you can see, it lists down the stories, what all is available. It also gives a description what this story is going to be. You can also click on the detailed description. You will be able to see a more detailed description about that. Obviously, it's created and published date and all tags are there. So in the tags, you can also refer in which area the story is targeting. So there can be time management, workflow, employee data, employee central, that can be referred by using tags. Now, in the next few slides, I'll be showing you the list of standard stories as on July 2022. So the highlighted one, I will also be at the end sharing you the sample output for you to have a better look and feel of People Analytics, how it can give you the output. So there are, if you guys are already using SuccessFactors, you might be familiar with standard Canvas reports, which are related to new hires and right from workflow management, time management, and employee different processes, be it promotion, transfer. They have around similar quantity of standard Canvas reports. In the same line of business, there are standard stories, but these stories have been created by using SAC's tools, so they have more offerings in terms of data formatting, or they have more components to give you a better picture and pinpoint whatever specifics are there. So as you can see, in the same line of business, there are time account snapshot is most commonly used report, and this is also available as a standard story now. We will be looking at two story outputs. One is time management workflow status analysis, and the next one, these are all time related only, and some of the workflow related. And one simple story, we will look at terminated employment analysis. So this will give you a good understanding, a look about the how we can extract data using stories. Just let me go to the next section here. At the end of this section, I'll be showing you the report outputs. So the last section is about what is upcoming in People Analytics. So basically, we have covered what is People Analytics, why do organizations need it, what it has offered, how we can use it, what is available as part of standard scope and all. Now, what is upcoming is in the next release, we are going to have standard onboarding related stories from SAP. It's based on an onboarding 2.0 module. Then we are going to have a page wherein you can mark these stories as favorites. Then you can also change author name. And as I mentioned, there is going to be a time hierarchy visualization. I'll show you this in the big screen in my next slide. Then in the next year, we have stories will be supported in mobile. You can schedule stories over email addresses to different recipients. Right now, you can schedule the stories and you can download it from the tool. For the email scheduling, it will be available from the first release of 2023. And towards the end of next year, you will be able to have a live data connection with SAP Analytics Cloud using People Analytics, SuccessFactors People Analytics. So this is about upcoming, what's upcoming in People Analytics. Just let me show you what is time hierarchy. This is a very innovative feature in this list, because it converts date into a time hierarchy. what happens is you can use any date. It can be a hire date, it can be separation date, it can be any date, last modified date, or basically the timestamp. So whatever date it is, you can use it as a to show a time hierarchy. This particular feature will be released in the next year, first half release. So you can always look into that. It will be very useful for different organization to have timeline representation in different areas of success factor. So this is it about different what's and ifs about people analytics you might be having before this call. Some certain questions I tried to cover all of them. Now let's look into the report output which I was talking about. We have this.
Yeah, I think we are
already on time. I'll just take one more minute to show you the story output. So just going on the screen now. All right. So this is a sample story output. As I said, time management workflow status. Here you can see attendance and absence pending count and its distribution as per status division, which kind of dimension, whichever kind of dimension you want to use. This is an input filter. These are the time filters. As I mentioned, these are advanced time filters. You can have different kind of time filters here. Then the story, the interesting part about stories, you can have multiple page stories. So this is a 4-page story wherein you can see the absence details in the second page, the attendance details on the third page, and at the end, a complete analysis of which manager has how many absence or attendance pending in which particular business unit or any kind of dimension, so to speak. So, and most importantly, at the end of the story output, it gives you the appendix which shows the timestamp when it was generated, which models were used, data models, and overview in terms of what are the filters, what are the different dimensions and measures used in the story report. So that's mostly it from my end. Thank you for your time. Over to you, Girish.
Yeah. Thank you, Sushant, for providing details on the people analytics part. With that being said, with better data in visual form, the business leaders can make better decisions on directly on a real time and can have more business insights. So yeah, with that, we have, I think, limit time we have crossed. And maybe we can move on to our question and answers session. And just for your information, all the participants at the end of Q&A session, we will have a poll, some questions that you can answer. Okay, let's move on to the Q&A part. So I see there is a question there. Yes, story report is real-time data, right? Yes, it's a real-time data. Yeah, I think there are questions that has been asked already. Yeah. The participants can ask your questions. Any question, it could be related to people analytics or community, anything that comes. We'll try our best to answer the question. And in the interest of time, yeah, maybe something which is not answered, we can take it up later as well.
I think possibly since we are another 3 minutes of time, Girish, we can send the presentation also to all the participants, also the non-attended customers also, so yes, that so that they can come up with any specific question, or if they want to take it further, they can always take it separately.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we
Sure,
are
certainly.
time now only now.
Yeah. We have 2 more minutes, and there's a poll question. We see that 2 participants has answered. We request the other participants to also to take part and answer. Thank you. Mhm. We have 2 more minutes. All right, and we are close to the end of the session, and we are at our timelines. And I thank everyone for joining this session and making better utilization of this session. If you have any questions, you can just reach out to our respective project manager or the SPOC, and we'll always be ready to answer your questions, if anything. And I thank each and every one of you for joining, and thank you, Om, for giving detailed session on SF community, and thank you, Sushant, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Girish. Thanks.
All right. Thanks everyone for joining. Have a great day here.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.